All right, it says we are live.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Scooch over there, Bacon.
Scooting over.
Now there's something meteor. There we go.
Right
we're
now,
kind of like off to the side there.
we're gonna give YouTube a minute to see.
All right, you still need to scooch
see
over that a
what
little bit.
viewers
See how
want. A
close
little
that
bit
is to the
more?
edge? Yeah, there we
Okay.
go. That looks a little more even. Huh?
There we go.
More centered.
All right, Monday night. Monday night.
Ooh, Monday fun day.
What kind of drink are you drinking?
You pop with a little vanilla Jim Beam.
Can I have a sip?
Yeah. Be my guest. Be my guest. Ain't too bad.
That's pretty good.
A little smooth.
Pretty good.
You want a beverage?
I've got my water here. I think I'll just go with that. Hey there, happy Monday, to our viewers out there. If you aren't watching this live, that's okay. You can always watch us anytime you want and comment and let us know. Let us know what you think of our podcast. This is our 20th podcast, our behind the scenes video. And
20th episode. Behind the scenes. It's our 20th episode. You know what we mean. There we go.
Happy Monday from Misty and Ray in Hartville. Hi, Misty and Ray.
Hello there.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I think we met. We met them at Wasteland. Yeah, is that
Yeah,
them?
we met them saw them at Cinema Wasteland.
That's right.
We've seen them at other shows.
We partied
before.
with them. That's right.
And they follow us on Facebook, so thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess we should just start. And then if anyone catches the podcast late, they can go back and watch the archives.
Yep, they can.
Yay, says Coin who? What's it say?
Carrie Fuller or something. Someone Fuller.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool.
Ooh.
What?
Should we start the show?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of
Living the Scream. The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout. Live on Facebook. It's on the Mummy and the Monkey fan page. And we have over 40 episodes archived on our Facebook fan page. On top of doing these weird little behind the scenes videos.
Yes, and I'm James.
I'm Janet.
That's right. She plays the mummy and I play the monkey. And we play ourselves here on this here podcast. So there you go.
Yes.
And here's Louie.
What a day we had today.
We did. Happy Dyngus Day, everybody.
So happy Dyngus Day, yes.
All our Polish friends out there. And whoever wanted to partake in today's festivities around the country, around the world even. Happy Dyngus Day. What's Dyngus Day? Do you know, what's the history on that?
So Dyngus Day, and it's not just a Polish holiday. I think it's like Czech and some other...
Russian as well. I think more Russian.
I believe so, and don't quote me on it. All the info's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, everything's on Wikipedia.
But it translates to Wet Monday.
Hey-o!
Because they would, I think it has to do with spring and fertility and all that stuff where the youngsters would wake up girls they thought were cute or girls they wanted to flirt with and would splash them with water. And then you would hit each other with pussy willow branches.
Whoa, easy. This is a family show.
It's a plant with the willow branches.
Okay.
And
I didn't know they grew on trees. Anyway.
There's celebrations. People drink beer, they eat pierogi, they dance polka music.
Oh boy.
And it's just a celebration of spring, the modern version of it.
Yes, and this has something to do with the Mummy the Monkey show because we went down there today at the celebration that they have here on Gordon Square in Cleveland, Ohio. They had a Dyngus Day celebration, and it started at like 10 a.m. and went to like 9 tonight. So they're probably just sort of kind of getting ready to wrap it all up.
Yeah, we didn't stay the whole day. We were just there in the morning a little bit.
Yep.
And
we went there in character as other characters that we do on the show.
Yes, we were dressed as I was dressed as Stasha, my character Stasha, and then you were dressed as
her father Yashu.
Yes.
We were down there hanging out with all the other Clevelanders and all the Parmaites, whoever was down there hanging out at Dyngus Day. We had a great time. We had beers, ate pierogi. It was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Hi, Lofty Moose. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, man.
Hello.
So we got some footage for this coming Friday night show. What was that?
I think a werewolf.
It sounded like a werewolf out there. Oh boy, that was weird. So yeah. Well, anyway, so we got some footage for that we're going to be showing on the show this Friday night of Yashu and Stasha running amok. Dingus
Yes.
Day 2019 downtown Cleveland.
Yes, we had beer, we had dancing.
We danced a lot. We met a lot of interesting people.
The Chardon Polka Band was
Yes.
playing.
Chardon.
Chardon, like the
Chardon.
city of Chardon.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. There were so many people there.
Yeah.
So after a little while, you know, we went and ate some pierogi. We had some beverages.
Mm-hmm. We just kind of chilled out for a few
And
hours. Hung out with the locals and had a good time. And
we had a few people. A handful of people recognized us, but then a handful of people saw that I was wearing the Big Chuck sweater.
yeah, that's the striped Jansen.
Jenston. Janston. Let me check.
You should be wearing that right now.
I should be wearing
You
the
should.
sweater.
You could wear that for this episode. You know, that's okay. It's all about preparation, right, Louie? You have to be prepared for the show. There are folks out there. There's 5 people out there looking to be entertained right now. So let's give it to them. All right.
So I have my Parma shirt, and then
It's a
I have
sweater.
This is a vintage sweater, and it's all wool, so it's really, really warm. So when we shoot skits in the summertime, I'm like dying in the sweater. Janston.
With a Z.
Yeah, it's a vintage Janston sweater.
Yeah, someone asked about the 3 bars that you go to during Dingus Day. I'm not really sure about that. This was all in the middle of they closed off the road.
This was in the
Detroit Road. Yeah.
The Gordon Square district, the
Yeah.
Gordon Square Arts district near the Happy Dog
Yeah.
restaurant.
And they closed off a section of Detroit.
Yeah, they had the road closed
road.
off. We had to park like a few streets away to even like get over there.
It started and by 1 o'clock it was starting to really
It was really
get crowded there.
Yeah,
so.
I mean even that morning it was real full. So when
Yeah.
people, I mean in the evening when people are getting out of school and out of work, imagine how crazy that's going to be.
Yeah, it was like Polish St. Patrick's Day. It was really crazy. We got squirted a few times.
Yes, there were people walking around with little super soaker guns filled with like vodka and water.
The water, but
some were water, and then one lady had a little one with vodka.
And she
in it.
squirted in our mouths. We both got squirted with vodka. It was horrible.
It was the most. No,
it was so great.
It was
It's
really
so much fun. The party was crazy. It was a lot of fun. We met a woman who said she was Big Chuck's cousin's friend or something like that.
Yeah, so there was a woman that we met that had a connection to Big Chuck. Awesome, you guys are great. Oh, thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Having fun, just having fun.
So yeah, I had the babushka on. I had the Stasha wig on a good chunk of the day, and it flattened my hair. I've got like hat hair.
Oh my.
So
Listen.
Not the best hair day today.
Listen, yeah, but the cool thing was that you were not the only one wearing a babushka down there.
Yes, there were lots of
young and old.
Babushka ladies, young and old.
Oh,
Some
boy.
of them looked like bubshas, grandmas. It was fun, and then they have like a parade later that day and a Miss Dingus Day pageant. We were asked if we wanted to be in the parade.
That would start what 7?
By someone associated with St. Stan's Church.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure what to expect from this whole thing, so I told them, well, maybe next year, because I wasn't sure how long we'd be there today.
Right.
Because I think if you're in the parade, it's more involved and you have to be there all day.
Right. And just to clarify, this show is about an hour long. The first half hour, we talk about our Mummy the Monkey, Harry Scary Hangout shows and the related subject matter. And then we go to the last half hour with our reselling adventures for what we do as our way of life now, full-time, both of us.
It's a mix of the two worlds because we put together videos. We're content creators. And we have the Facebook show on Friday nights. Mm-hmm. And then we have behind the scenes, and then some videos and skits we'll put on our YouTube.
Right.
We just can't play a full movie on YouTube because there's other YouTubers that think they own public domain videos.
People that just randomly claim that they own this or are a part of a movie.
Because everyone on YouTube is very desperate to monetize everything.
Right. Sorry, everybody.
So sorry.
I'm petting Louie here, and he's shedding.
Oh, I'm going to get my notes. I have notes written down.
Get your notes, and also, can you grab that ghoul picture of the sketch? It's on your couch in the in the other room. Now, I'm not prepared. There you go. See, we just we try to rush in here to make sure that you're entertained, and there's not any time wasted. So sometimes we get things lost. So I'm going to give you the pleasure of watching me take a sip from my drink as I wait for Janet to get back here with her
in
notes.
My notes, it says podcast 19.
Okay, take it back one.
Did we miss it? Is this the 19th podcast?
Well,
I thought we were on our 20th podcast.
Well, that's okay. You can rename it.
Yeah, I'll have to change the title later, guys.
Remember that good old saying, to err is human, to blame it on someone else is even more human.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'll blame you.
Okay. That's very very human of you.
All right. So this is something that you're. Yeah.
Yes.
Explain the drawing.
So, in our last Mummy the Monkey's Harry Scary Hangout show, Friday night, we're back to doing a drawing for a drawing. That's where I'm a graphic designer and artist by trade, and I do a lot of the artwork for our show, our merchandise, things like that, and other things outside of that. And about maybe 2016, the Ghoul, Ron Swede, who just passed away on April 1st, as a lot of you might know, he was a Cleveland horror host for many, many decades here in Cleveland and Detroit and other places in the country, but mainly known here in Detroit, really big in there, even though he was originated here in Cleveland. Anyway, long story short, he passed away in April, this past April 1st, and but in 2016 he did an appearance at a record store slash art gallery, and we went there as Mummy the Monkey.
Yes, and I made a ghoul little lamp where I painted the lampshade to look like the ghoul's face.
Yeah.
And he really liked it, so I gave it to him.
And I did a.
And you did a painting.
I did a piece of art, and then that was ink wash, and then and some color in there, but it was inked and then washed with it. But I use this as an underdrawing. It's the ghoul laying down al fresco with Froggy, his little cohort with him. After I sketched this out with pencil, I laid a piece of board over it, thin board, and I drew and I inked the drawing, and then did like a black and white wash and made Froggy color. This is a long story, but basically this is a parody of a guy he had a rivalry with here in Cleveland, a DJ named Gary D, who probably in the 70s did a sort of his take on a Burt Reynolds Playboy centerfold that Burt Reynolds did back for Playgirl.
So it was a parody of a parody.
Yeah, so this local DJ Gary D, who was this big loudmouth, kind of like Howard Stern before Howard Stern. He was actually very controversial here in Cleveland, and he popped around the country, but he was really big here in Cleveland in the 70s on a country station. Well, he got in a little rivalry. It was a fake rivalry, kind of like the wrestling stuff, with the Ghoul on the Ghoul's TV show. Like they would holler at each other back and forth. And but at the time, Gary D had a big billboard of himself laying down like this, but with a cowboy hat in front of him. So I just kind of took that idea, knowing the fake feud that they had between himself and Gary D, and did this drawing. Then the Ghoul loved it. And what they did, they had a lot of art hanging up at this appearance he did. A lot of artists, local artists, submitted artwork, and they hung it up in a little gallery in the record store that he made the appearance at. So anyway, we're going to give this sketch away for free.
Woohoo!
That's our drawing. That's our long version of getting to the drawing for a drawing. So
we're going to announce a winner next Friday on our Facebook Live show.
We haven't picked a winner yet.
And we are the Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook. And then you can email us themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com for a chance at winning that.
Right. So you're hearing this now. If you want to win this, there's still time.
How provocative, says Lofty.
If you're watching this and you're interested in winning this original sketch I did, just send us an email at themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com, and in the subject line write Froggy, Froggy.
Yes, and I will pick one winner.
We'll draw it Friday night.
We'll do a drawing on Friday when we start our show.
Coming Friday, yep.
But I have some notes written down regarding some stuff I wanted to discuss, so I didn't forget, because I usually forget stuff.
There's so much that happened last night.
There's a lot going on from this week, yeah. So sometimes when we meet people that are or talk to people online that are in the industry, maybe they're another actor or a producer or a writer or whatever the case may be. I don't know if there's a disconnect I guess there is in this case, where sometimes people, they know you're a horror film host or they know you do a podcast on YouTube, but they don't associate it with being an actor.
Right.
Well, when you play your own character and you're hosting a movie, that's a form of acting.
It sure is.
So one of the quotes was, "I didn't know you were an actress. I thought you were only a mummy."
Yeah, because
I'm an actress when we host the show.
Yeah,
you're not.
That's a character you're portraying.
Yeah, you're playing your character.
Right. So that's acting in a way.
So I just had to vent a little bit about that, because I think with the other hosts too, they're playing their characters. Many of the hosts create their own characters and act in character for their shows.
They all go around talking like a horror host.
Yeah, some of them do like the vampire accent thing.
Even my Grim Things has a little bit of that going on, but yeah.
Yeah. They might do a funny voice and they have to kind of get into it. You know, like, okay, so a good example, Mila Nurmi, she was Vampira. She was pretty much like the first horror hostess. And, you know, in the 1950s, and
Right.
she created this character and would act and talk a certain way when she was in character.
And not, right, she didn't.
But
like,
out of character, you know, she was different.
Right, like if she worked in a dress shop, she wouldn't go, "Do you like this dress? It hates you." You know, she would just be like, whatever, you know.
Yeah, so like Elvira, you know, she's Cassandra Peterson. She's not Elvira all the time. She has acted in other movies.
Right.
She and even if someone is only a horror hostess, they're still actors.
Right.
They're still acting in character.
What channel are you on?
Yeah,
Still get
that's
that.
that we still get that question, but that's usually from like, and there's a story too. So that reminds me, we're talking with a local gentleman that does not go online.
Gentlemen.
He does not go online. He watches antenna television, you know, with the rabbit ears.
Broadcast television.
Broadcast television. And he was mad that we are online and he cannot watch us on his TV. And we were trying to explain to him, you can go online and watch online shows on your TV. And he's just some people are just set in their ways.
There's two different things. There's a set of people when it comes to this kind of stuff that they are online, but they just don't understand. There's a disconnect between being able to connect to the internet, which they do all the time, and they watch stuff on YouTube or things that are streaming as on our Facebook page or whatever.
Well, this person doesn't go online at all.
But I'm going to explain that. I'm going to say there's two different people. There's that person and can't figure out that, hey, you know what? Now we live in the day and age, and especially these last few years where you can take. Actually, it's been a long time when you could do this with Apple TV. Let me finish.
Okay.
Where you can actually project whatever you're watching that you get from the internet onto the rectangular monitor in your living room, in your bedroom, wherever you have this thing at the smart TV. Can actually pick that signal up with the aid of another device, and you can sling whatever's on your tablet or on your laptop onto the rectangle TV. You know, it's not through the antenna; it's through but it's a simple little bit of a not a hack, but a way to do it.
Yeah.
And then there's the other person who wants nothing to do at all with the internet. So they will never be able to figure out that.
Because you do encounter some people that are like, I don't use the internet. What channel are you
on? That's fine.
And you just can't reach everyone. You know, if there are. So I mean,
if we were just on a broadcast local television station, our show might not be seen anywhere else but locally.
Have you guys ever been approached for a TV show?
No.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes
and no. Because we are on a cable station in Kalamazoo, thanks to our friend Kenji, who has a show called Frankie. We have been on AT&T Uverse in the Chicago area, thanks to the Bone Jangler. We used to send him some DVDs to air. We had a short contract with a producer that makes commercials professionally, and we were on KOFY TV in San Francisco for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So yes and no, and they have a whole nother set of rules. You know how YouTube and Facebook and all the websites have guidelines. On TV, it's a lot more strict. Everything has to be closed captions.
Oh yeah.
They have their industry standards, which is fine. I get it. It's a different setup. But with what we do, we like the interaction, and we like that you guys watching can comment and ask questions.
And we really like that we control the whole thing.
And it's our baby. We can control. We
don't have anybody
watch it,
saying
control it.
Stop
it's our
production. Janet, you're going to have to change this. James, get rid of that. Get rid of this. We're going to put you on an hour earlier. Whatever the case may be, we are not at the whim of someone else's production. Machinations. We can do anything that we want to do, how we want to do it, and that kind of control and freedom is very liberating. And you don't have that once you start, because when we started doing that, when we provided content for the KOFY show in the Bay Area, in San Francisco Bay Area. Oh my God! We had to strip everything down. We had to give them the raw footage where they would insert stuff that they owned as far as music goes, and that's, you know,
And they wanted our theme song re-recorded.
they didn't like the
and
quality of it,
They didn't like.
which is fine, but
It
we
was-
don't worry about that. We were good.
There were some creative differences
Which
on
is-
what we thought, because, again, not everyone is from this area, and not everyone understands that horror hosts do things sometimes cheesy on purpose,
Super cheesy, yeah.
and sometimes low budget on purpose.
Even though they said we know what you're trying to do, and if you watch the stuff that's on television over there, it's very highly produced. Even though it's campy, but it's and there's a lot of people involved. With our show, it's just Janet and myself. That's it.
Yeah,
You know, we
we
do
don't
everything.
have a boss we answer to. We don't
No.
have a director or producer. We are the writers, the directors, the producers, the actors, the set decorators, the makeup artists,
And that goes
the costume designers.
And that pretty much goes to any content, most content providers on YouTube or on the internet in general.
Yeah.
There's nobody telling them what to do. They're just putting the camera down literally. This is driving.
And I'm literally recording or uploading
Streaming on a phone.
Streaming it on my phone.
So
it's not a fancy production.
This totally is driving the industry up the wall because they spend millions of dollars, millions, on a production of one episode of something, and then sometimes nobody even cares. They don't get enough ratings to keep it going. That's why if you don't see a show that you watched or you heard about on more than one episode or one season, because nobody watched it, no one's going to back up the money for it, and
Right.
it doesn't get out. When they see videos, not like ours, but other videos on YouTube, and so far anyway, who knows, maybe one day, that get millions of hits, maybe even if whether it's over a month, a day, or a month, or a year, this is more eyes on content that they can't even come up with.
Aw, we love you as you are.
And all
Thank
you're doing,
you. We love you too.
And all we're really doing is plunking down a webcam. The webcam that we stream on, I'm giving away trade secrets. I'm not really not. That we stream our Harry Scary Hang On it is literally, it used to be duct tape down there. Now I used a roll of Scotch tape because the duct tape fell off. That's what we're talking about.
We had the webcam taped to a tripod.
To a tripod. That's how we're.
And most of the tripods we have are broken, busted.
Yeah.
They were bought at like a yard sale.
So
the only new tripod that's nice and fully functional is the one
That
that
we're
I have.
using now.
The one we're using right now.
yeah, that was $50.
Yeah.
You know, so this is not.
So it's not like a huge, but we're not opposed to TV deals.
No,
We're not opposed
not
to
at all.
working with
But
people.
it's a whole different set of
It's just
rules.
that we want to build our own stuff up right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and we wanted to keep it going.
And I always-
in our own way.
And I always thought of this as a way to sort of build up, because I'm an artist, right? So I have a portfolio of work, and I take that portfolio around, and that's how I get jobs and stuff like that, right? Show sucks. I'm just kidding.
Show rocks. Independence forever.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
And thank you, Buckaroo Brothers. Yeah, we did have a nice Easter.
yeah, thank you.
I visited my mummy.
That's right. The mummy's visited her mummy.
Yeah, we visited the mummy's mummy.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought here.
Sorry.
But and that's okay. But yeah, so there's got to be something to be said when you have I forget that kid's Ryan's World, the little kid that's opening up.
Oh, the one that's opening up toys and stuff. He gets millions of views.
Of it.
And
He
now
made $21 million last year from YouTube. That's
Yeah.
insane.
and he's just a little kid.
How much do you think their production is? I'll bet you they do. I bet you their setup looks just like our setup. They put a webcam on top of something, or they have a little device, and then they just stream. Hey, Ryan, open this up. I never really watched the thing, but I'm familiar with it.
Maybe it's a nicer production. I don't know. I don't really watch.
I think
I've
it
heard about
is.
him.
Yeah, I don't. It might be now, but Dollars and Donuts. That I bet you the first bunch of episodes are just them sitting in front of a webcam, or a phone, or whatever, and just letting their kid open up stuff. That's all it was. So this is totally okay.
So
Anyway,
anyway, we
give me
can't.
that. Give me my.
We
my,
can't go on that tangent
give me my
forever.
baby bottle.
But
here.
but it's great that there are YouTubers that are and other people out there doing their own thing, and they're having success with it without having to go to a network and say, "Hey, would you consider us?" Good, took care of Mummy too. Watch Star Trek Discovery all day.
Ooh,
with
that sounds
her.
like fun. See,
That
that sounds like
sounds
that sounds like a nice holiday. I love Star. I remember that on Thanksgiving, back in in Cleveland here on Channel 43, which was a UHF station in Cleveland. In the 70s, I remember every Thanksgiving Day they would do a Star Trek original series because nothing else existed back in the 70s except for that. They would do an original series marathon from I think noon to midnight of Star Trek episodes. It was great.
Where did you buy that sweater? Okay, so there's a story. So this sweater, it's a vintage Johnston all wool sweater.
Ooh.
And I think this one's a lady's size. But you can find Johnston sweaters on eBay and Etsy. You cannot always find these special stripes. This was given to me by director of Revenge of the Spacemen and longtime friend Jay Summers. He bought it hoping it would fit him or his wife. It didn't fit them, so he gave it to me as a present, and I'm eternally grateful because I wear this to Goularty Fest. I wore it today to Dyngus Day, Cleveland.
And a lot of people, several people asked you where you got that.
Yeah, and a lot of people were asking, where'd you get that sweater?
Yeah,
That's a Big Chuck sweater.
Yeah.
They recognized it. And I use it for the Stasha character.
Which is fun.
So I wore this with the Parma t-shirt to Dyngus Day today, and I had the babushka and the wig.
Yeah, recently, a couple months ago, we found some old newspapers, and there was a bunch of copies of the same thing. And there was only a few.
I'll show the tag.
There was only a few
again.
pages.
I don't know if it'll show up, but yeah,
Is it backwards?
Johnston.
No.
It shows it a little backwards.
But we
it's
found
really
this
warm.
stack of old newspapers from Cleveland, probably from 1970, 1969 to 70. And in the back, there's some ad for the community, and there's an old gentleman wearing one of those sweaters in the picture. You know.
Oh yeah, you showed that to me.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I was like, there you go. There's proof positive that these were a thing back in the day.
So, and going back into the like the people that are like, oh, I didn't know you act, because yeah, sometimes I do act in independent films. But how others in the industry perceive us? Oh, what's that?
Oh,
okay, Star Trek.
Star Talk, Trek Talk.
Trekkie talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
How others in the industry and in reselling and at conventions don't always take us seriously. But we are serious about what we do. So
Yes.
there's a topic we could talk about for a few minutes.
What is it now? Again, kind of
how some
expound
people
on it.
don't take us seriously. I get it.
For example, what do you mean?
How someone said that, it's nice you guys have a hobby or something.
Like if it's
We've heard comments like that. Oh, that's cute. You guys play dress up, or you have a hobby.
Well, well, we're doing this because we grew up and we grew up we got about 14-year difference between. I'm 14 years younger than she is, but
Hey.
we have a little bit of of an age gap, but we grew up around the same areas in the same town for sure. In Northeast Ohio.
Watching pretty much the same shows.
But I came in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s of watching Big Chuck and Little John, Houlihan and Big Chuck before that, the Ghoul, Superhost, and all that. And you got to catch a tail in a Superhost, I think. At least, very little
bit. Like right before he was gone, I remember seeing him on TV, but I was maybe 4 or 5.
But you watched a lot of Elvira, Mystery Science Theater, and all that kind of stuff.
Mystery Science Theater was big when I was in middle school. That was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
And again, on OSI, that's something to think about. I know that that's an interesting channel that they got there. Pretty cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
What Mr. Lobo has.
That's Mr. Lobo's Roku channel.
That really kind of funky, retro, old school type of channel that like it's a real. I like that idea. To create a phony channel, not phony, but something that didn't really exist until they made it up.
But to make their own retro.
And make it look retro and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea, as if it was around forever. That's a good idea.
I think it's creative. Yeah, that's definitely creative. I like that they do that.
But the reason why we do Harry Scary Hangout is because we both love the genre. That's the number one. I wanted to do this ever since I was a little kid. And I got all kinds of stuff, not to prove it, but I can lay everything out that I've done as a little kid, building miniature little sets, my own horror hosted sets. Obsessed with all of the horror hosts in Cleveland, drawing pictures of them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Creating stuff like that, my own characters. I created the Grim Gory character in the mid-90s, early to mid-90s, so I've had him for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had my mummy character since 2010.
So even before I met you.
I created like a mummy thing for a zombie walk.
Yeah, instead of doing a zombie.
Instead of dressing as a zombie, I thought, well, maybe I could be a mummy because that's kind of like an old school zombie, like thousands of years old.
And because you acted in other stuff, when the Daughter of the Ghoul show, which was someone else's production,
Oh, that's a whole nother.
lost the host
Yeah.
at the time that they had. I'm enjoying your show, and I'm on pins and needles on what you're planning to do for your 50th live show on Facebook. I'm going to
I think it's going to be grand.
grand. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. It's
Yeah,
going to be a good
we
one.
have to plan for that. Woo.
You're right about that. It's going to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's going to be good. Trust us. What are we going to do? No.
But you said you've always wanted to be
Yeah,
a show host. I thought it was cool. I never thought it was something I'd get involved in, honestly. I liked art. You know, I took a lot of art classes growing up. I was into, anime, video games, monster movies.
Okay, so
All of that stuff, comic books,
cosplay, all that
cosplay.
stuff.
So it was kind of like a mishmash of all the things I was into, and I, at the time, I was pursuing acting and modeling gigs, and every now and then,
and even acting is part of it. So
Yeah.
so here's the thing. So there's
so
that.
then once we started when we were helping with the Daughter of the Ghoul thing, and then when I saw other people putting videos online, and then things were starting to do this, everything was moving towards streaming video. I thought, well, I could learn some of this. I mean, we could try to put our own videos together.
Yeah. And
so then I got that bug where I wanted us to be more creative and put stuff out there.
Would you tell somebody that wanted to be a filmmaker to not make their own movies until they get signed by a studio? No. Why would you stifle that kind of creativity? Would you tell a musician who was this virtuoso on some instrument, a guitar, a piano, whatever, go, well, that's cute and everything, but until you get signed by a real record label, you're just what?
Well, here's another thing.
It's
so
limited.
there's a lot of actors that act in movies and shows, but they don't own the characters.
No, you're kind of getting lost.
Well, going back to the we're not actors or I didn't.
Well, that was the first top. We're beyond that.
Oh, sorry. There were
we've
two
established
different.
that acting is part of what.
I just thought of another point about that, but that's okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
What I was trying to try to bring all this stuff to a head to why we do this, and it's she's definitely my muse. I told her that when I met her.
Oh,
that she's
thank
my
you.
muse. Yeah, because I mean it's sort of just all kind of gelled. All the stuff I ever wanted to do. Now, Janet just said cosplay, acting, designing things, and designing characters, costumes, things like that. I have the same background. So I was being on a major.
So
network
do you
will never
think
happen
horror
again.
hosts being on a major network will never?
Well, we'll get to that. Let me get to that.
We'll get to that.
So, and then I'm just gonna round this, get this all together. So I'm an artist. I'm also sort of a kind of a musician. I like to play guitar and think around. I mean, I did the themes for both of our Mummy Monkey original show and then the Harry Scary Hangout. I mean, they're not complicated things, but I mean, I didn't have to. I could write my own stuff.
He can do some basic music things for
I can do more noodle stuff, but I mean, I can pull some stuff
rock
off.
Stuff, yeah.
I can pull some stuff off. So my point is
But
that
what's your point? Let's get to the
all
point.
of this stuff, my artwork, my music, my imagination, this is all the culmination of our all these things help our creative outlet. It's a creative outlet for us to do all the stuff that we love to do. We love to do all of this stuff. And even I could even say some of the thrifting because we find some of those old cool props and characters or not characters but like cool stuff that we have on our sets.
So even before we started reselling full time.
Yeah.
I grew up thrift store shopping based on necessity.
Yeah. So all of that gets to get smushed into the.
But then when we were on our, we're adults on our own. And we started dating, and we would go to the thrift stores, and we would find stuff to use for our videos, like find props and things.
That's what I was trying to say.
And then costume pieces. We would find something, stuff that we can modify to make for a costume.
So all of these things, it just the horror hosting idea or the format, just let us take all this stuff, put it in a big bowl, and just every week. We get to do more. We get all the stuff we like to do. We don't have to come up with something different. It's all the stuff we already like to do. And you get to see it on Friday night come out into our, on our show. So that's what it is. Friday nights when you watch the Harry Scary Hangout, you get to see a culmination of all the stuff that we're into. We do it all. I can't say it enough. It's a one mummy, one monkey show.
But
2 people do this show. No one else.
The fans, you guys watching, the people on Facebook that watch, you guys keep us motivated to
Oh.
keep wanting to do this.
No, we've done this.
So
Yeah.
we've gotten a lot of awesome feedback, and it really makes it worth it.
Yeah, but
you know?
we would do it even if we only had 10 people watching or 100,000 people watching because we love doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if
but
you can
hearing
reach
back-
if you can reach out even to one person and they like what you do, it makes it worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I love doing it, and it just, and we like to entertain too. I mean, that it comes down to it, and we get a kick out of, and that's another thing. See, that's one of the big differences right now with broadcast television and streaming live, and our show and some other horror hosted shows or any kind of hosted shows out there. If a lot of them are pre-recorded, which is fine, and that's what we started doing. But we're always trying to think of something to do to make our show a little bit different or unique, or like everyone's trying
And
to
to
do.
keep it consistent, where almost every Friday we have a new show out.
Yeah.
Because when we were pre-recording everything and trying to edit it and piece it together, it could take a
Right.
month to 3 months
Right.
to put something out there
But-
because we didn't really put ourselves on a deadline or a time limit.
But when people, this is a good point for us to always bring up now with Harry Scary Hangout. When people say, "Oh, what about being on a TV show? Would we be able to stream live if we were on a network?" I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I would be very interested in doing that.
Well, and let's say if we were on a TV channel in a city,
Mm-hmm.
let's say we're in the city of Cleveland, Ohio, so our viewers in Germany, our viewers in California, our
If it was
viewers
just-
from Florida
Right.
couldn't watch it.
Right, we already talked about some of that.
Yeah.
If we're locked into
Yeah.
a local thing, then no one else in the. I mean, they could if someone tapes it and distributes it or shows it somewhere.
But
And we
it's not
stream
quite
it later.
the same, you know?
No, but we love streaming live and our shows being archived right now on Facebook. But the streaming live thing is a point of difference from other shows, other horror hosted shows. Love them all, but we're trying to do something that's unique to our show.
And everyone has their own style, and that's perfectly fine. You know,
Right.
we like that there's all this
Like
all
Count,
this diversity with the horror hosts.
like Count Gordon
It's all
Duvall said,
different.
"Hey, thanks, Ben. It's Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four. Don't let anyone call you Thing."
That is where it's going to.
Yeah, and we're sort
Yeah.
of we see that, and it'll eventually. We won't
It's
be
the
the only.
future.
There'll be tons of other like just in this genre. I'm sure other horror hosts going to be streaming live, and that's cool. You know, and because other people are already doing it. There are a lot of people are streaming live,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, it's just that streaming. It's a very interesting format.
Just don't cross the streams.
Yeah, please, watch at different times. But yeah, so that's our big point of difference right now. If someone ever asks us, "Why would you want to be on TV?" Yes, we would. But at the same time, we love doing what we do on the internet because we get to stream live and do something different, entirely different. All right.
Yeah, so we'll get off that soapbox.
Whew.
Whew.
This is something that we deal with all the time. We always have these conversations, so now you get to hear them.
Oh, and I
Boy, you have notes.
yeah, I wrote. I'm trying to get better at writing ideas down while they're fresh in my head, so I don't forget things.
Like what?
So, beginning of May, speaking of shoots and video, we will be part of a shoot. Small Town Monsters on Facebook. They put together a lot of awesome documentaries regarding cryptids. So, like, Bigfoot, that sort of thing. They're working on a new documentary about Momo, the Missouri monster. And
Oh.
it's kind of like the Missouri Bigfoot. So I'm going to be in some reenactment scenes for the documentary.
Cool.
And he's going to hang out during the shoot and help with lighting or carrying.
Basically, go grabbing donuts and water.
He'll be the gopher for the day. But so thank you, Small
No, I'm
Town
not.
Monsters. And yeah, I'm looking forward to being a part of that. And they put out some cool videos, and you can. I think they have them on Amazon.
Someone asked about Ben Grimm asked about sponsorship. How we feel about sponsorship? It's fine.
Yeah, we're open to sponsorship. Yeah, we're
It would
open
be-
to things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to work all that out. And they're talking about chili.
Oh, okay.
You have to figure all that out, and everything. But if we ever figure the right model out for that, then yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
right
I
now
mean-
the model is create content, put something out, and then offer merchandise of our show to sell to people, like
Yes.
T-shirts and
So we do have
DVDs.
Mummy and Monkey T-shirts. We have some DVDs, button sets, patch sets, and then we have photos that we can sign and personalize.
Yep.
And they're on the eBay store. And the eBay store is Mummy Monkey LLC. That's my eBay store. I put our Mummy and Monkey merchandise on mine. he's got a lot of cool retro toys on his store.
Yeah, this is different, not mummy monkey stuff. But.
No, it's not Mummy and Monkey related, but a lot of cool like anime and superhero figures and things
You'll
like
get
that.
to see some of the stuff I'm going to put on tonight. So.
And his is Gasaraki 99. Do we have a pen?
GASARAKI, the number 9, the number 99.
We showed it in the podcast last week.
Gasaraki 99.
So
It's
yeah,
an old
we're-
Japanese anime, or not old, but it's a giant robot or robot suit animation that I used to like.
So now that we talked about that stuff,
Yes. Onward to reselling.
onward to the reselling part of the podcast. And it looks like you found a ukulele.
I did. This is
and it's
something
missing a string.
That's okay. It's just nylon strings. I don't know who made it yet. I put it on Facebook to see if people can help me find out. There's a partial logo, which you really can't see here. But I'm looking for a Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. Hey!
Ooh, I have Nightmare on Elm Street VHS
Yeah.
in the Thrift Crypt shop. I should put that on eBay.
Yeah, and I just sold a sweater I found that looks like a Freddy Krueger type sweater that someone could use for a cosplay. That just sold.
So,
I bought it
yeah.
last Halloween and it sold a couple days ago. It's
So
weird.
email us what you're looking for. If you guys out there are looking for certain things, that way I can say, oh, hey, I found this. Are you interested? And send you pictures.
Right. Cut out the middleman. But yeah, I just found a little. This is like $1.99 or something like that. It's got some age to it. You know, it's got some.
Maybe it's like a little kid one.
So, do you want to talk about anything about reselling before we get into show and tell?
Yeah, before we get into show and tell. So, we were. I'm not gonna say the store name.
Oh, you're going for this one now.
Yeah, I'm going for the jugular.
Don't say names.
I'm not saying names, and I'm
Okay.
not saying store names.
No descriptions of people either.
No, I'm not gonna say descriptions.
All right.
But we went to a secondhand store,
Yes.
and the cashier.
I was standing. You were in front of me. I was behind you.
Yes.
We both had separate carts because we have different accounts.
Yes, we have different accounts, so we like to pay for our stuff separately,
Right.
but we shop together and we go in line together. And he was right behind me in line,
Yeah.
and the cashier, I think I was complaining because at the time it was kind of cold and
Yeah.
raining outside.
Even though today it was like 75
Today
degrees.
it was 75 and sunny,
Sunny
and
and
nice
beautiful here in Cleveland.
in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's
But-
Fahrenheit.
But just the other day it was a little chilly.
I'm look. Oh, okay. I thought another comment popped in.
No.
Sorry.
All right, so
So the cashier started the conversation by saying, "Do you want to go to California? Or have you been to California? Do you want to go?"
you want
and
to
I'm-
go with me?
Yeah. Do you
Next-
want to go with me? She said she was gonna move to California and live there next year, but she was like, "I don't know this person," and out of the blue, "Hey, do you want to live in California with
And
me?"
I'm standing there like, going, okay, I'm just thinking like, just small talk, but just bizarre, awkward small talk.
But we're just playing along like, sure, okay, ha ha ha. As long as my husband can go.
And I'm even throwing
I
some...
said that kind of like giving this person a hint, like, hey, I'm with him. I'm not-
And all the time,
you know.
her manager was. I know the guy is like a floor manager or a manager there because I've heard him say that before at the store. He's just standing behind her, like I don't think he was even paying attention, but he was standing right behind the woman that was talking to you.
Yes, and then she was
But wait, there's
asking me.
more.
But wait, there's more. So, but then she closed her line, telling him, "Oh, I'm sorry, you have to go check out the other register."
And I kind of like got a little
And
bit.
I'm like, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, she's ringing me out. She sees we're together. She heard you're my husband, and oh, you have to go check out at the other register.
hate your man.
Yeah.
So,
And it was like, wait, what?
It's a
and
different
then,
story.
And then I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I'll just check out. I'll get the heck out of there.
So when they shooed me away, I was like, okay, honey, I'll be over here at the register. They're telling me.
Kind of hinting like
I tried
we're
to,
together.
but I guess that wasn't enough.
Well, and then she's asking me all these questions like, oh, so have you been to California before? Do
You
you
like
do you like vampires? And I'm just like, I didn't know what to say. I'm just like, kinda. Oh, do you like music? Oh, your name's... And then she's like, oh, I like your name. I like your hair. It was really weird. How was the spaghetti and meatballs? Oh, you mean the pierogi. The pierogi was great.
For spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah. Someone commented on our Facebook that we were eating spaghetti and meatballs, but it was pierogi.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, it was just weird. I think she was hitting on me. It was strange.
It was weird, yeah. And you were tormented.
I just
for a while.
felt
You were
really
like,
uncomfortable about the whole conversation because she was like asking me all these questions, and normally it's like, yeah, okay, I'll make small talk, I'll be friendly, but she closed her register and wouldn't ring him out.
I think she was
It just
supposed
didn't-
to, but
it
she
didn't
was.
look right,
She just forgot
you know?
to tell anybody after. Well, I'm not making excuse for her. Trust me. But I don't think she did that because because it didn't reopen it after I left. It was just a matter of her just being so wrapped
And
up.
she kept
She's-
staring at me too,
well,
like,
I can't blame her for that.
and it's like, go away. You did a verbal contract to move to California with her. Better get packing.
Damn. Oh
Darn
well, I guess it's gonna
Sorry.
be the monkey show, or we just kind of. Well,
Sorry, dear.
Well, we get the internet. You can just stream in, and we'll do a dual stream.
But yeah, it was weird, and I'm just thinking, get me
Ugh.
out of here.
Yeah, that was
So
hard.
I'm not gonna go to that certain person anymore.
Oh.
Ray asks if your eBay sales have been good. I'm down 13%. Like the eBay sales are steady, but they're still like a little bit down, and I had some returns.
Mm.
So I was gonna show that return next, actually.
I think the spaghetti and meatballs was a euphemism for something. I'm pretty sure it was. It was funny, Drake. We got it.
Oh.
Yeah, Drake said sorry that the humor didn't translate. But
Oh, okay.
I
Got
think
lost in
spaghetti and meatballs,
translation. Sorry.
No, I got it. I think I got it.
Woo! It went right
Yeah,
over my head.
I got to get better with the sales as far as keeping track. Like you always go on that thing and look at your seller thing. Go, oh my god, I'm down 13%.
Yeah, I go on the Seller Hub all the time and look at my numbers.
Yeah,
Ours are down about the same amount. Yeah, like I'm still getting steady sales, but they're just like down a little bit. You know.
Some of it might have to do. I don't know. I haven't figured the eBay thing out as far as. But what I do know is that if you sell more consistent stuff and you do the trending stuff and if you're selling something that's hot all the time, if you're up on that, and there are people that do that.
Or something that's a necessity where people are buying things out of necessity.
There was a one dude on
Not
one of
just,
these
like-
shows that was selling like refurbished GoPros when they were real hot, and he was making like $10,000 to $15,000 a month, maybe even more.
Wow.
And he could do this with anything that he wanted to sell because he would do his homework. He would figure out what's trending, and he sees this stuff. He's following that wave. Then he would buy a bunch of it. He's sourcing it all over the place, getting it, and then flipping it. I'm sure he got returns and stuff like that. But he would gross, tens of thousands of dollars a month. And that's only because he was only selling stuff that was really super hot. In the tech world, there's all kinds of stuff you could sell on eBay in different categories. He focused in on tech. And then within that world, found out what was the hottest thing, and that's what he sold. So we are all over the place. We sold clothes, toys, ukuleles. I mean, whatever the hell we think is good, and that's not necessarily the best way to do it.
Well, I
I like to do it that way. I like the variety of stuff, but
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because as a scavenger, if you find something good that you think you could flip, whether it's a toy or a pair of jeans or a pair of shoes,
but here's the weird.
You're gonna try to sell it.
There are things I know is gonna sell right away. I'm like, yeah, and they do. And there are things that I'm like, I hope they do, and they do. They really do. And there are things that I'm like, you know what, this should be a home run, and they're not. They just
where some stuff sits for a while. Like today, I sold a ladies' button-up shirt by Christopher Banks. It was something I picked out a long time ago from the Goodwill outlet bins, so I paid maybe pennies for it. Sold for $6. I had it listed for a year. Like some stuff just takes a year to sell.
And okay, so a couple of things that I sold that are pretty. We're all over too, but the vintage electronics have been good to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love that.
That stuff's cool if
I
you can
can't
find
resist
it in
them.
good working condition or get it for the right price.
Yeah, even if some things are good, even if they're busted just for parts, I mean, you just you feel that whole thing out. There's a logic to all this stuff. A couple of things I sold recently that I knew, and I was right, and I wish I just could find more of this stuff. That's the problem. Is I can't find. Not the problem. That's what I need to do is find more of this stuff because I know it's going to go. Bought a bunch of toys. When we were with Brian the other day over Brian's house.
Last week.
Yeah, last week. I bought a toy box from some kid's potato chip carton. It was a cardboard carton full of army men and little toys. I found a couple of little purple plastic, look like dented car doors, all right? I looked them up, and I'm like, I think I know what these are. I never owned these toys as a kid, but they're from the 70s. It was a mash-up derby, smash-up derby toys. Or they're plastic cars that they're about, this big, and they had
So it was
removable
a
parts.
piece to those cars.
Yes, it was. They had hoods and car doors that when you slam them into each other, they fly off, and they're already kind of pre-dented, right? It's molded into the plastic. So it looked like they're all dented and busted up. I had two little purple car doors, no bigger than my thumb, right? Put them on eBay for like $30. They went like a day later. They sold for $20. I mean, and that was and I just found them randomly in this toy box.
Loved
Yeah.
Smash Up Derby.
Yeah, they
Had
see,
2 sets.
Yeah, and they
Nice.
sold like that. And I kind of knew they would because they're hard to find, they're rare, and they were really popular. Just like the Crazy Foam caps I bought recently.
Oh yeah, didn't you sell one?
Oh my God, yeah. So I bought these. We went to this estate sale. I bought these Did I show the Crazy Foam caps on here? I think I did.
Yeah, we did on
Yeah.
I think on a
White-
in a
when we-
previous video.
Oh, a couple
yeah.
episodes ago. But
Yeah.
but Crazy Foam was a product that was out in the 60s and early 70s. I remember having it as a kid. But it was just a skinny can full of bath foam. And they would always put like character heads. They were all licensed ones. They had like Superman and Spider-Man, everything you could imagine. And they had some generic ones too. And I bought, there was an estate sale we went to. They had a bin full of these, like little mini bin full of these plastic heads of these generic characters, like a clown, a guy with a big nose and that would shoot out of his nose,
Yeah.
An Indian, and this weird monster thing. It was a black cap with a pink beak and hot pink bug eyes. I bought all of them. They were $3 a piece. I spent like $30 on 10 of them. I just sold one. I put it on auction for 50 or best offer. No one bid on it till the last 15 minutes, but it went for $66. A
That's
plastic cap, not the whole can. Just the cap.
Just a little plastic cartoon thing,
And I knew, and I've still got 9 more out there, different ones, and they got watchers, but they're all like $50 and up.
They'll
So
sell.
I'll sit on them.
They'll
They will sell,
but it'll take a little bit.
But anyway, so I wish I could find that stuff every
Yeah.
day. I'd be set. I'd be swimming in dough.
Well, so I had a return where it was a Michael Kors bag. The lady said it didn't look authentic.
Hey.
I've sold Coach. I've sold Michael Kors in the past. I have, and without any problems in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I can look up the Coach serial number, or I can kind of tell based on the material used. If it's a softer leather, if the zipper's made with good quality, stuff like that, you can just kind of tell. Well, it was only a $27, I think it only sold for $27 because it had a little bit of wear on it. She said it didn't seem authentic, so she did a return.
Mm-hmm.
eBay gives you 7 business days to send an item back.
Right.
And on the 7th day, I check eBay on
He rested. Oh.
I check eBay on my computer in the morning. She did not upload any tracking info. So later that day, I called eBay to have the return closed.
Hello, eBay.
And they were like, actually, she did upload it just a little while ago.
Yeah.
So it was like
under the wire.
It was like, damn it! At the last minute, she's sending this thing in.
Dicking with you. So now you got the return back.
So I got the return back. As you can tell, this has not been opened.
It's sealed.
This is sealed. So I'm going to open this return to make sure she sent me the right item back.
And in the condition that it was
And in the
purchased
condition that I sent it to
it was
her.
acquired by.
Yeah. Because another fear of mine was, well, what if she sends me a fake or something that's not as
Hold it
nice?
up so people can see that you're really ripping
So
this
yeah,
thing
I'm
off.
trying to rip this bag open.
You need a knife or something?
I'm going to try to use my paws here. Okay, so I ripped the bag open just now.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't have any paper wrapped around it.
Perfect. Oh, it's just a bag. Uh-oh. Please
Wow.
refund my...
Please refund my money ASAP.
Sap.
Not very happy, thank you. And I won't.
name,
I
yeah.
won't say the name.
So you can fold that up. Is
So
there a name on
she
here?
sent me a nasty note. Her name is on it.
Yeah, but is
Here,
it
cover up
the
that
top part too?
So this is the note I get.
There you go.
Please refund my money. Not very happy. So that's the kind of note I get from this return. So here's the bag. So let's see
Now,
if it's in the same
what was she
condition.
not happy about?
She said
She said it wasn't real, right?
She said that the bag wasn't real,
Well, that's not true.
and she put this on the side, which wasn't there before. I'm checking the zippers and everything, but I think it's in the same condition.
All right, it'll sell again. It's a nice bag.
No, I'm not gonna say the name of the person. No,
We're gonna send our muscle out to take care of you, lady.
I'm just checking the zippers, but it's a soft leather. It's marked Michael Kors. Hi, Earl. Let's check the inside of it.
There's a big turd in there. Oh no!
Oh, the button seems a little more broken than before.
Well, do you know that for sure?
Some damage on there. I'll have to double check my original photos. I'm just looking at it now while we're live.
We're doing it
It
live.
says Michael Kors there.
So you know it's real.
I mean, the fabric and everything, it's that nicer leather.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Usually if it's a bootleg, it's like a fake leather.
Oh, it's so crap.
Or like a crunchy kind of leather. But this is
It's got the stamping. It's got the name, inside and out. All over.
It has an item number on there. It's
Some people, what they'll do is they'll just, and that's the bad thing about
I
eBay.
really think it was just buyer's remorse
Yeah.
because the bag had a little bit of wear on the bottom.
Yeah, but that's why
It
you're
had-
buying it. You're not usually people. Oh, was that scraped there before?
I think it was.
I see. That's the thing with eBay. It's like not eBay, but when you buy something, even at a thrift store.
No, you know what? Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So
See, it had a little spot
And-
there,
and you pointed all that
I
out.
had that in the original listing. That it had somewhere. It had a little spot.
yeah. So I don't
That's
know.
why I sold it for only $27
What
because
you-
I knew it wasn't like in tip top shape.
Did you refund her money?
I'm gonna have to refund it to her now.
Okay.
That she sent it to me in one piece.
Because we don't need any more letters or notices.
Yeah, but
We're gonna get us some fun.
I
stuff.
have 100% positive
Yeah.
feedback.
People don't see
And
that.
I get notes like that from time to time, or someone complaining and sending me. And the thing with her, she took forever to even send this back to me. And then before she even sent it back, she sent me like 20 crazy lady messages.
Mhm.
Like blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
Blah blah blah.
I'm not responding to that. I'm not. I don't respond to crazy messages
Oh.
on eBay. I just don't.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
but look, it comes with the territory. It's part of the reselling game.
If they're asking me a question about the item, the measurements, or if they want to see additional photos, that's fine. But
It's part of the game.
but if it's she's saying I that the item wasn't real.
the
it
only
was.
reason they say that is because they have to say something. eBay makes you
Well,
pick.
and she didn't want to pay the return shipping.
That's what's too.
So some people will put item not as described if they don't want to pay return shipping.
Yeah, and like it's par for
What's
the
it
course.
say?
That we've all dealt with crazy people.
We've dealt with some nuts too.
Even the best sellers
yeah.
get crazy buyer sometimes. It's numbers game. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens, and it's
So
always
I can relist it, and I don't know. Just
Yeah.
Same price, maybe a few bucks less, just to get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think we talked about some of the nightmares, and I have to admit, I mean, I've only been selling since like the June of last year, semi full time into full time, but I've only had a couple of issues with returns, and that's good. I'm happy with that, But I'm
Yeah.
not selling that. I'm doing okay.
Well, I could see, like, because I do get a return sometimes where, maybe it's a pair of pants and it doesn't fit them how they wanted it. So it's like, okay, no big deal, send it back, I'll refund you.
All right, so let's get on to some more show and tell. Let's bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, on a positive note.
Yeah. So we only have this to show, right?
So we went to Dyngus Day today, then what else did we do today? You took me to Honey Hut.
That's right. We went to Honey Hut.
We
our
went to
favorite
Honey
place
Hut.
in Cleveland to get ice
The
cream.
best
So
ice
good.
cream place in Cleveland.
Delicious. If there's a better place, let me know. But I don't think so.
And then we went to the park
We
for
got
a walk.
25 polka. I got to pick this up.
And
for
then
a
we
quarter.
went to a secondhand
Yes,
store.
We did. We couldn't help it.
Yeah,
Somehow
another thrift store.
our car has a magnet that just gets drawn to these stuff. We can't help it. But I think we found some kind of fun stuff.
So this is part of a set I picked up, and it's by Pure One Imports.
Oh, Pier 1.
And it was a half off day when we went.
Yes.
So it's the teapot, the lid, 2 little teacups, and then it's a little tray, and it's super cute. They wanted...
Oh, look who's stopping by our show. I like that.
No. Okay.
I want to collude with you.
Enough of that. Let's just show the items.
It's just funny that there he is.
But I got it for half off, so it was like $7 and something.
Yeah, that's the
And
only
there's
thing you
the
bought.
tray.
today.
But that was the only item I bought today, and because this particular one, and it's called Pure One Butterfly Blossom,
Oh.
the solds are $50. These sell for $50, these little tea sets.
All day long.
So it's great. And I didn't see any chips on it. I just have to wash it really good. It had like some like maybe stuff from tape or stickers on it.
No Ponch and John on these.
So where'd the lid go?
There's a good 70s reference. There's no Ponch and John on this.
Do you have the lid there?
Yes, I'm looking.
Okay, good.
No Ponch and Johns on this ceramic stuff. Get it? You get it?
No, I don't.
They played in the show Chips.
Oh, I didn't watch the show.
California
Chips.
Highway
I'm sorry.
something police.
I'm not that cool, I guess.
Yeah, you're working on it. Don't worry, give it some time. You'll be cool.
So yeah, that was my find today. That was the only thing I found because we went during a half off day in the late afternoon and everything was picked over.
Well, I am crazy.
I didn't really find anything, just that one thing.
And I'm so far behind on listing, and I hear about it every day. We got a kitchen full of stuff that I got to put online.
Yeah,
I will.
Well, and I've got a ton of things I need to list too.
So we're all.
So I'm hoping later tonight or sometime tomorrow we get some more listings out.
So based on that, see, speaking of that, let me take this off because I'm gonna clink. This ring is like so dangerous when it comes to stuff like this.
Just don't clink it.
Well, I'm such a big oaf. I don't know if I'm gonna, accidentally do it. I'll just go and it'll probably crack. But I found this little set of stuff. I went to a Habitat for Humanity. Again, another fake name for stuff that they look everything up. So it's really not.
Used to be on Sundays. Chips, that is.
Okay. See, people remember. But I looked around. I didn't find anything. I was like, because that's mostly for like
building materials.
Yeah, and they have some other stuff there, but
just bought Jeepers Creepers. Ooh, that's a good movie.
And I saw this there. It actually was in the showcase. Now you got a thrift store with a showcase, you're in trouble. When I saw those pop up in thrift stores back in the day, I was like, where are they going now?
From your store, LOL. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for buying from the eBay. So I saw this little. It's like a tea. It's okay. So it is mid-century modern. It's a tea and salt and pepper shaker set. It's got this like organic sort of feel to it. See, I was just kind of bouncing, kind of coming off what you just did with the tea set. And it's really fancy. Look at that. All very, it's all modular. Here, hold this one, will you? That's a salt and pepper shaker. They're weird. They like.
Yeah. It's by an artist named Sanger. Saenger. Sanger. And they're all kind of signed on the bottom.
Was that considered like modernist?
It's
or like what is that style called?
I don't know.
Is that and that you said it's mid-century?
It comes up when you look these up. It comes up under mid-century modern, and the comps for these I paid $50 for these things. I never buy this.
You paid $50? You
$50
paid full price?
I paid full price. Well, I don't think they would really budge there.
So what do you think it could sell for?
The whole set I'm hoping to sell for $150, $125.
Wow.
So
Well, that's not bad. Then.
I just
if you think it could sell for $150.
Well, as a whole set, because some of these things sell for just $80 by themselves, or $50 here and there. But I'll have this whole salt and pepper shaker, the creamer and sugar bowl, and the little tray. I'm afraid that
be careful with those.
But it looks like that on the top. It's got a kind of weird little shape to it here. But I just thought it was interesting, and I hated seeing it just sit there. I thought, well, I'll try to, give it a new home.
Try to rescue it.
Yeah, and I think it's something that might sell. It won't sit there, too long. So there's my little like fruit thing I bought.
Hello, Count Jacula. I was trying to see who the names were on there. MCM set is amazing. Cool, thank you.
It is really pretty. I think it has a chance on the bay.
I think it's worth a shot.
The only thing I'm afraid of is packing that sucker up, but I'll do it. All right. As always, I have lots of show and tell because I like to noodle and buy stuff. I won't show everything.
A lot more stuff than I do. I'm trying to be more selective.
This is stuff I listed. I thought this was darn cute. Look at this.
This is really cute.
It's a little plush train set from Disney. Disney Parks has the tags. It's got Pluto and Mickey, and it's a plush train. They're attached. You have to pop them off, and you can put them in the plush train and play with it. I think it's really neat that this tag has a ton of Japanese stuff all over it. Because it's from the parks, writing and stuff, all the kanji on it. But it's kind of, I always list these things as used with
Their
tags.
little faces are really cute.
Yeah, but that Mickey face is just adorbs.
No, I think you could put that as new.
I think I did this one. Sometimes.
Yeah, that one looks brand new.
Yeah, but Pluto has a little mark on his face from his ear, the dye. So I'll say used. I'll say it's new.
New
but
other.
I list as used, but it's new. I say.
Well, you could put it as new other.
Because sometimes.
And just note that it has that spot.
Yeah, I do. But because on eBay though, there's that loophole. Some people will go. It was listed. Item is not described.
But they have an option. I'm telling you, they have an option that says new other.
Yeah.
Which means it could be a new item with a flaw,
like
shelfware or something.
Right. All right. So I picked up that. This was at a different place. And then I got a See and Say inside the box from 1991. See what it say. It works too. Ugh.
A baby camel has long legs like its mother.
Yeah, the thing works. I put this up already for 75, our best offer, because these things just by themselves look like they're selling for $30. So I haven't seen any in the package, and there's a purist out there that has to have this toy that they had as a kid back in 1991, and it's in the box. Might be a good thing.
Oh, I could show
Go ahead.
the bag that you found for me out of the trash.
Which bag?
That other Michael
Oh,
Kors bag.
yeah, the one that was free. Yeah, see, some of our stuff comes from the trashola. Oh,
Sometimes we find things out of the trash. And
go ahead, you do that.
I'll have to see if this one's real, but it feels real.
It looked like
um,
leather.
He
Oh,
found
it's
a
nice.
Michael Kors bag in the trash.
Yeah, I was driving by. We're always looking for cardboard and styrofoam as we drive through the neighborhoods.
It's a big bag.
And we do trash pick, we do scavenge that way. And because look, I mean, this was absolutely free.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know.
it looks like it could be real.
Yeah, I only had. It was very easy to knock the woman down.
Oh.
She didn't put up much of a fight.
And this was in a box with like stuff someone was throwing away.
There was that in some other leather bag that had no name on it. It was just some kind of
so
generic
it's kind
bag.
of cool.
Hey, free.
Free bag.
Hey, that's it. I found some Ninja Turtle figures. Look at that, all of them on there. They're in here. It's the same set, from the same group. I didn't put these up yet, but they're all there. It's just a bunch of other little stuff. Nothing really crazy in these bags. Just a bunch. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. A bag full of Marvel mashers. It's like different bits and pieces where you can create different characters out of them.
Yeah.
What? Did I first one?
Well, no, I was just looking because that's a lot of like little toys in that bag.
Yeah, I already listed that
Oh,
on
okay.
eBay. Yeah, it's already done. And these things, this was really, I should have just walked out with this because this is actually blowing my mind. I'm not really sure how to figure all this
Did
out.
you list those yet?
Not yet, but I will.
Oh, okay.
But these are Black Magic cars. And these are Fast and the Furious cars from the first movie, and then I think the second one here. The one that has a purple car in it. But when I looked this up, I couldn't believe it's like $50. I don't know why, but all right.
But are they actually selling for 50?
Yeah, they're selling for
Wow.
30 to 50 bucks these things. So I'm gonna put mine up. Even if I get, I might spend $2 on the bag. You know how it works. You get 25 bucks for one. That's pretty good. So that could be $50 for both of them right there. I don't know. All right, and today we went and you got the tea set, and I got a bunch of little.
Yes, I just bought the tea set. I only bought that one thing today.
So if anybody here, you can help me out with this, and then maybe I'll get an answer before we end the show here. There's I bought a bunch of plush today. I don't know who this is, which dwarf this is. He's got a blue shirt. Is this
That's Beardy.
Beardy? That's right. It's hipstery.
That's the hipster dwarf.
It's the old hipster. How you doing? I don't know what dwarf he is. He might be. I don't think he's sneezing.
Does it say it on his tag?
He might be bashful. No, I think it could be bashful. It's Sleepy. Is it Sleepy? I thought maybe you could tell because of the color of the shirt. They all had different color shirts. But he's pretty neat.
He's got those really cute eyes and he has eyelashes.
Yeah.
He might be bashful.
Someone said he could be sleepy, but I have to do a little more research.
Because he has those like eyes,
But these things, people always are trying to collect all the dwarfs and everything, and it's got that oldish
He's cute.
Disneyland, Walt Disney World tag. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's vintage
It says
or not.
made in Korea, so
It could
maybe
be.
70s?
Do you think it's that old?
Maybe 70s or 80s?
He looks pretty clean to be 70s, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
an old looking tag though.
Yeah, the tag was pretty. Does anybody out there know about these Disney tags? How to identify? It's got like a corrugated cloth tag. It's got like a texture to it. It just says Disney. It says Disneyland, Walt Disney World. I think these are plush that they sell at the actual amusement parks. Because I see that tag a lot. I've got a couple.
Yeah,
plush
some
with those
stuff
on it.
they only sell exclusively at the parks.
Right.
I'm not like a huge Disney person. There's some
And
Disney
look
stuff
at
I like.
this little thing. You thought this was creepy. I thought this was adorable. I know.
They are only sold at the park, says John.
Yeah, that's a theme park tag.
Oh, Sleepy, says Count Jack.
Sleepsy.
Yeah.
All right.
He thought it was Sleepy.
Speaking of Sleepy, look at this little baby.
This thing is
He's so
disturbing.
cute. Look, it's an Anguettis baby tiger.
This is nightmare fuel.
It's beanie. It's got the beanie in it, and it's got a
I don't
tag
like
on
the
it.
face on it.
It says baby tigers. It's Anguettis. And she was real popular back in the day.
See, normally I buy the creepy baby
Photographer.
dolls.
She'd photograph all these little babies like sleeping in cabbages and flowers and crap like that, and dressed up like baby animals. Look how cute that little baby. Oh, so baby, cute baby.
Ah,
So actually, look. Look this
they're
one up.
saying it's horrifying.
Look this one up though. It could be $30.
Yeah.
I only paid $1 for it, so.
We like to find creepy toys. That one creeped. It was too weird for me.
I don't want to keep it, but look. Okay, so when we went when we went today. Today was the half off day of the place we went, and my gosh, we got there like about 5 o'clock.
Everything was picked over.
So we had to really dig for stuff, and that's why. I mean,
I looked around and I really only found that one thing.
I found a lot. I only had a couple more things to go, guys. Don't worry. I'll save him for
Sometimes
last.
you go to a secondhand store and you don't find anything.
This thing, again, I mean, this only costed me $1 for the bag of plush. Nothing else in here I really care about, although I could be wrong. I only bought it for this one piece here. I thought this guy was really interesting, right? Look at this sucker.
Oh, he's got a pillow.
A pillow and a little berry. Someone said, I think they're saying the way I'm saying.
Janet,
talking
make
is
him
creepy.
stop.
Oh boy, she needs you here every day to tell me that.
Yeah, I tell him to stop with the voices all
But
the
this is
time.
by a woman, an author.
Do you want me to read it?
If you can read that, it's the lights just.
It looks like it's from a kid's book.
It's
1984.
83.
86.
I say, but look at the name. It's Valerie something other side.
I'm working on it.
Dennis. But what's the woman? The
By
author?
Susan Varley.
Varley. Okay, so I looked up Susan
Hold
Varley.
on, give me a sec.
That's all I need to know. I know the rest
Merry
of it.
Makers.
Yeah, I know the
Merry
rest of it.
Makers, Susan Varley.
I know the rest of it.
Okay, well,
because I
they
looked it up.
didn't, so I'm reading it. Is that okay?
Susan Varley is an author. Okay, I looked this up, and she put a book out in 1986. And it's about how dragons sleep or something like that. But this is a character named Dennis, and if you look up Dennis by Susan Varley plush, this could be $30 right here. Oh yeah, it's really cute. There's nothing. All the comps are. There's only about 3 or 4 of these guys on there. He's clean. He doesn't look dirty. I don't have to clean him up. I like that.
Yeah, he's way cute.
And he's really cute. And it's like, they took the artwork from the book and they made like a little soft cloth plush of him. And this kind of stuff I like and it's like something you like too when you can find it because it's light, it's easy to pack up, and it could be unique. And
they're less likely to get returned.
yeah, because people really want that.
Yeah.
That's a fake Dennis by Susan Varley. And I bought this last bag of plush, not for this. No.
Oh, Kitty.
Not for Sherbert Bear. No, not for Sherbert
Don't
Beanie
throw
Bear.
Sherbert Bear.
Not for him. He tried to hit me.
You know you have a
Not
Beanie
for-
Baby collection.
Not for this elephant. No, that's scary. Not for him. Nor for, what's this, praying bear? Is he praying? Yup.
He is
Not for
bear.
praying. Please make him stop. Don't let him say that voice anymore, please. No, you could do. Okay.
Okay, no more.
But I bought it for SpongeBob Frankenstein. Look at that guy. He is really neat. He is really, really cool. It's a plushie SpongeBob. I think it can maybe get. Look, he sold for $6.99 when he first came out. I think these are going for $15 to $20.
And that was in the
On
bag.
eBay.
How much did you pay for the bag?
For this particular bag was only half of
It was like $2.50.
$2.50.
$2.50 for the bag.
It's bread and butter stuff, and again, it's one of those things that's kind of interesting, and someone might just have to have it. It's not super common, but it's not
There
hard to
are
find.
some eBayers that only sell plush toys and
Yes.
little toys, and
Yeah.
they make a living off of it.
I could do that. And this even has a little, and the other ones I saw didn't have the little beanie bag tag on it either, so I have a tag. Yeah, maybe 25 for him. Oh yeah.
We'll scan the barcode and see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll play with that later. All right.
You're just throwing them everywhere.
They'll be all right. They'll
Well,
find it
we
home.
are at over an hour,
We
actually.
gave you extra bonus footage.
An hour and 12, 13 minutes?
We can rant and rave all night. Frank and Bob.
Frankabob, yeah. I think they only let you stream for 4 hours at a time.
Well, we're not going to go that long tonight.
Ah.
Come on, drink it. Drink it. All right.
Well, we want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, questions, complaints, let's do 24 hours.
No. There are people
No.
on YouTube. I know YouTube lets you stream for 8 hours, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was 4.
No, remember we would see that woman there's that one videos of one of the resellers that would just, it looked like she was just sitting there for the whole 8 hour. You'd see the little time thing on the bottom that said 8 something hours. Like she's just sitting there talking to people.
Oh, that's right. There was a lady on YouTube, she was like packing up orders.
Yeah,
and doing eBay for like 8 hours.
And I don't
live.
think it switched back to anyone different. It was just that one shot of her, and she sat for 8 hours in front of this camera. It's crazy.
I couldn't do that. That's too long.
Good night, Bill. All right, so we're gonna sign off too, and so is Frank and Bob. But hey, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes.
And
If you haven't clicked subscribe, please do click the little bell. And that way when we do weird, silly videos like this, you'll be the first to get notified.
That's right.
And we will upload some more videos in the future.
We should do our Facebook show in 2 films again? By show 2 films?
Oh, like that one episode where we did a double feature.
Oh my God, that was fun. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's too long.
We'll do that again sometime. Maybe around Halloween we might do some crazy stuff like that.
We'll see.
Or maybe the 50th show. Who knows?
Oh.
Maybe 50 is a double show. Ooh.
Or maybe do a show and a half.
Okay, I could do that.
Maybe a show and a short.
And then the 100th show we'll do the double show.
The double show is tiring.
Oh, but
I love doing the shows, but
there's a way to do it so it's not
tiring.
tiring. There's a way to do it so it's not so tiring. We can do it. Lofty says good night, everyone, and we say to you good night. If you want to win this this bodacious drawing that I did,
have a chance at winning.
I have a chance at winning. You can send an entry, email us at themummyandthemonkey@gmail.com, and in the subject line put Froggy.
Froggy!
F-R-O-G-G-Y. And we'll do the drawing live this Friday night, probably around a little right after 10 p.m. to see who the grand prize winner is.
And follow us all over the interwebs. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our Twitter. We are Mummy and Monkey on Twitter. We are on Instagram. # the Mummy and the Monkey.
That's right, guys. So I'm going to rock out to my great white cassette tape I found as well today. And you have a great night, and we'll see you next time on
Living the Scream.
Ah!